Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Today is Friday, May 20th. It is 6:20 right now. Market's going to open in about 10 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and set up this room real quick, then we'll get started with our session for this morning. All right, a few more things here to update. Then we should be good to go. Looks we're about ready. Cool, looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and send out this link to the premium real quick so that you guys can have access to this and we should be good to go. All right. Looks like we are good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and mark up liquidity here, guys, real quick. And just delete everything that's already been tested. And then I'll go on the higher time frames as well. Now I'm just going to do everything from scratch. It's too much of a mess for me to clean up. It's just easier to do from scratch. So we'll start here on the 1 hour. Looks good. And then I'll go down to the lower time frames. So there goes the 1 hour. Here goes the 30-minute. Down to the 15. Well, that looks like it's pretty much it. There wasn't really too many to mark up here. 5 and the 1 minute. All right, so as you guys can see, I marked liquidity from the 1 hour down to the 1 minute. It takes like a few seconds. It doesn't take that long. So if you guys have the K2 indicators, you guys can see here that the K2 high-low indicator, makes a huge difference when identifying these high lows and whatnot. So good morning, everybody. Looks like people are still making their way in. So I'll give it a few more minutes. Today is Friday, May 20th. So happy Friday, everybody. Hopefully everyone had a great week so far. It is 6:24 right now. So market's going to open in about 6 minutes. That's you here so far. So looks like Craig's here. Morning, Craig. Morning, Miles. Morning, Maria. Morning, Marlon. Morning, Marco. Morning, Steven. Morning, Peter. Morning, Funny. Morning, Zen. Morning, Honey. Oh, looks like you made it today, Honey. So glad to see that you found the Zoom link. I know you were having issues yesterday, so I'm glad that you made it here today. Morning, Ruin. Morning, Stern. Morning, Al. Morning, Matt. Morning, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and mark up the liquidity here on the higher time frames. So for this same situation, I'm going to go ahead and start on the 1 hour. And then I'll drop down to the 10. So I didn't do this before because I didn't want the charts to be messy, but as we discussed on the mentoring session, it's a lot better to have more data than less on the chart, especially for these areas of liquidity. So I'll keep doing this. If it bothers people, there's too many lines, just let me know, and then we'll see if we can make changes. But it seems like a lot of you guys here do want them on the chart because it helps you guys identify where possible liquidity pushes may occur, which is always going to be beneficial for you guys. So looks good there. And down to the 10, I think we're good. All right, so I think that's pretty much it. Not bad, and you guys can see it took like a few seconds for me to mark up all of the areas of liquidity here. Doesn't take that long. If you guys have the K2 high-low indicator. So, all right. Looks good for the most part. So just looking over here, there's not really any entries that are available right now on the 10. Obviously, there's a lot of sessions here. So there's a lot of previous session high lows. So it's a bit difficult for us to catch anything at this point. On the 10-minute, it's going to be the same with the 1 minute as well. This price is in the same vicinity, but we'll keep looking. So looks like we have everything pretty much marked up so far. The next thing we're going to do here is we're going to take a look at the overall bias for this morning. So let me see if there's anything else over here for me to look at. Morning, David. Morning, Kenny. Morning, Lisa. Pat said lots of liquidity in K2SR zones waiting for the 10-minute snipes today. Nice. Yeah, we'll take a look at that. The only issue with that, Pat, would just be the sessions, but hopefully we'll push away from those and that'll help us identify entries. Yeah, Matsy said I'd wait for another push, then probably sell setup. I agree. Same with me, Matsy. So let's take a look at the overall bias today. So looking over at the retail sentiment, it's currently 73% long. So it's indicating that we should be looking for sells here. It's not as strong as yesterday. Yesterday was about 78%, but it is still indicating to take sells here. Looking over here at the fundamentals are bullish. So this is doing the opposite. The fundamentals are telling us to take buys. So these two here are conflicting. There's no strong bias today with regard to retail sentiment and fundamentals. Also looking over here at the technicals. Technicals are currently bullish right now on the 1 minute. Looking on the 10-minute over here, they are bullish as well. Not really bullish, but I mean they're indecisive. Prices like in between the pivot. So, and the trend meter here is turning blue. So there's no real bias overall today. It's going to be a bit difficult for us to really look for entries here until that bias has been established. So we might have to wait for the fundamentals to make their way back down. I do think overall price is going to keep dropping. It's just going to be a matter of time and patience until we can confirm that, though, because the fundamentals here are so bullish, right? It's 218 points in the green. Typically, we want this to be below 100 points, but right now it's above 200. So we'll see what happens. Market's going to open in about 1 minute, guys. So let's go back to the 1 minute over here. We currently have a pending sell signal, or you can see right there, it's going on and off. So here's going to be the problem with this breakout this morning, guys. I don't know if I'll be taking the breakout because there's no strong bias. Going back to the requirements over here, the second requirement, confirm bias, which is optional, is one of the ones that I always use. So confirm bias, we've confirmed it. Retail sentiment is a sell, fundamental bias is a buy, and the technical bias is indecisive. So it's really a 50-50 move here. We'll see where price moves. I'll mark it up for you guys if we do see the breakout. But again, I'm probably not going to take the breakout today. I'll take any other trades that I see as the market moves along. But for the most part, the breakout might be a bit risky, in my opinion. So we'll see. Market is now open, actually, sorry. So we're looking for a possible sell here. The problem with this here, let me mark up the red flags again, is that it's cutting through a bunch of sessions and it's also a huge candle. So price is near sessions. That thing is dumping like crazy. So there goes the sell thing that we were looking for. I don't recommend chasing this. I mean, this is obviously going to be a sell for the breakout. It's way too huge, but this is a huge, perfect example of candle prior to entry is too large. This is way too big. Huge drop right here. This candle is about, it's over 1,000 pips, 1,170 pips. Way too big. of a drop right there. So this is why I go with retail sentiment, guys. So you guys always look at this, and I initially look at this first, always. Right here, retail sentiment was 73% long, and this thing done just like we anticipated. It can swing right back up, guys. So just be careful. I don't recommend chasing this move here. This was not the breakout because this was not a strong red candle. So there's no breakout yet. But yeah, this is normal. This is something that's like, it is Friday, so just keep that in mind as well. Friday and Mondays are usually the riskier days, especially when you get some manipulation in the market right here. Since we do think, price is going to come down long term. This push to the upside was just a manipulated push to the downside, and then now it's going to probably bounce around until it identifies its true direction. So I'm going to go ahead and just mark up liquidity down there. But again, guys, we don't have a confirmation of a breakout yet. If this closes as a strong red candle, this will technically be a breakout, not one that I recommend taking. Again, no strong red candle there. You're probably going to see some back and forth movement here. Again, price rejected right off the sessions, right? So areas that you don't want to trade around, sessions specifically. Let me go ahead and mark up opening price, which is right there. Go over to the clean chart as well. All right. It's marking up some of these levels here on the clean chart. All right, still no breakout, guys. You're looking for a strong red candle. It's 6:33 right now, so you have about 2 minutes till 6:35. It's basically the cutoff for the breakout. So here is the clean chart. Still no confirmation. You can see prices pretty much just bouncing between the two sessions here, off the Asia high and the London high right here. So no breakout. Still looking for a strong red candle. But again, I think this would be too risky of a move here because it's still right at the session. So there's red flag right there. Let me check if there was any news this morning. So this morning, the G7 meeting is going on pretty much all day today, but no US news. So no news to mark up. This is technically the breakout right here, guys. It might be too late for you guys to enter, but again, it's a red flag because it's right at the sessions. So I'm not going to take it, but it looks like it's probably going to hit TP down there. And it did. Full TP off that. So if you guys remember, basically what we were looking for here was a strong red candle. It's not going to count as an official trade. Obviously, I didn't take it myself, and I did warn not to take it because it was too risky. Just a couple of red flags here. One of the main reasons I didn't take it was that it was right at the sessions. But if you guys were paying attention from the beginning of our identification of this breakout here, I did mention that we were looking for a strong red candle, right? The strong red candle closed right here, this one. It's a strong red candle because it was a red candle with little to no wick on the bottom side in the direction that we were trying to trade in. So that was a breakout. You can see that it went straight to TP. And then from that point right there, it just came right back up. So, it's better to be safe than sorry. And I'll just look for any other trades to come after this. But there goes your breakout for this morning. If you guys wanted it or whoever caught it. Looks like a couple of you guys here did catch it. Mauricio caught it. Mace caught it. Solid work there. Let me check the fundamentals real quick and see where they're sitting. Currently still up 173 points. So it's going to be hard for me to take any trades because we don't have an overall bias. Fundamentals are indicating a buy. Retail sentiment's indicating a sell. I always go with retail sentiment. This is always going to be my first confirmation here. So I usually wait for everything else to align with retail sentiment. Looking over here at the heat map is currently very bullish right now. So this is why it's really risky to take trades in either direction. You'll get manipulation both ways, to the top side or to the bottom side. We'll keep looking for trades. If I see anything good, then I'll mark it up and I'll let you guys know. But I mean, me personally right now, I'm not really looking for anything too risky. It is Friday. So Friday's, one of those days where you definitely want to be a bit careful with your entries, because a lot of people are going to be exiting the market for the weekend. So when they exit the market, you're going to get a lot of manipulation up and down. People selling off to call off the week. That's probably what happened here. People will probably just sold off when the market opened because they wanted to get out for the week. And then they're going to re-enter again on Monday. The market reopens. So there you go, guys. There goes the breakout for you guys there. However, there was a red flag, so it's not one that I would have taken myself personally. We'll keep looking for any other entries here. So let's see, a couple of profits over here. Craig over here sent in his profits. He said his first trade on TFF challenge, he locked in a total of 1,048 for the day. So nice work right there, Craig. Let's see, Maria over here took the sell for the breakout as well. She locked in a total of 327. Nice work, Maria. Charles over here, he took the breakout as well. He locked in 4,100, basically caught it to full TP. Nice work right there, Charles. His second account over here, 4,100 as well. And then his third account over here, he locked in 4,400. So he pretty much caught it on its way down. Kevin over here as well. So Kevin just posted up his profits. He locked in a total of 6,378 for this day. Nice work, Kevin. Dell over here as well. He took the breakout. You can see his trades here. A couple losses. I guess you maybe have entered a little too early or you moved your stop loss too close. But overall, you locked in a total of 483. So nice work right there, Dell. Unfortunately, you take those losses. If you didn't, you probably would have been closer to the 1,000 range, but it's all good. I know you'll bounce back from it. So nice work right there, Dell. Steven, what happened with your trade over here, bro? Steven looks like he lost, but I'm not sure. Why did you how'd you take a loss there, Steven? Gotcha. Steve, I think you might need to I think you might be doing something wrong. See, you got to go back to like how you were trading before, bro. Before you went for like almost 3 months with no losses. I feel like you're doing things differently now. So I think you got to go back to how you were trading prior to that. I don't know what changed your mind. I think because you just got too confident that you got your verification that you thought you can do, other things. But you got to go back to what you were doing before, Steven. Your accounts are not as consistent as they were prior. Yeah, exactly. Matt said the live accounts mess with heads. Yeah, I mean, it happens with a lot of people, and that's really true, Matt. I see a lot of people do amazing during their challenges, their trials, their verification, stuff like that. But once you get to that next level, they start to make a lot of mistakes. So I don't know if you're still here, Steven, but definitely I'm hoping you can get back on track. Because it's crazy. Like, I mean, you guys have seen Steven before. He drawdown. Yeah, let me just check that again real quick. I don't even know how Steven lost, how he even suffered a loss. It didn't even go into drawdown. So let me just go back here. I'm going to send Steven the actual, because it never went into drawdown. He just entered too late, it looks like. Like literally the entry point was right there and it never went into drawdown, which kind of blows my mind. Let me see. Okay, so now I could see how Steven lost the trade. He didn't even take the breakout. He did his own thing. So, okay, Steven, I understand like where you messed up, because there's no, like, it's impossible for you to even have a loss if you entered where you're supposed to, because it never went into drawdown. It pulled back maybe like a few pips right here, but this is not going to count as even any loss at all. It's all right, Steven. You'll bounce back. I'm just now I see that it wasn't the breakout. But we'll move forward. So, all right, on with the next trade. There's technically a V3 right here, but it's right at the sessions, guys. So it's kind of a risky trade to take. It's like literally at the sessions. So maybe it'll look good for like maybe a late entry later or something like that. But let me see. I could take it for a quick little speculative push here or something like that. Let's see. What am I looking for here? Yeah, one of the red flags here is that it's at these sessions. That's the main thing that worries me about these entries here. Price is like right next to the sessions. So maybe I'll wait later to take it, but it is pretty risky where it's currently at. If it actually drops over here. No, it's too risky where it's currently at right now. So probably best to just hold off and wait, guys. So the thing with, I took one trade last night. If you guys saw, I took a V3 on the 10-minute. So I'm currently in profit right now overall. But yeah, so this is exactly why you don't want to take trades where it's at the sessions, right? Because it was a V3, but it was right at the session. So probably best decision to just hold off. Anything else here for me to look at? Nothing off 1 minute. I'm just gonna adjust. The market's moving super volatile right now, so gotta make some adjustments here. Just here. All right, so no trades to take at the moment, guys. Not even anything here on the 10-minute either. So things to keep in mind, guys, are always going to be the red flags here. So if I see any entries here, I'll try to give you guys a heads up, and warn you guys as much as possible. But you guys got to keep in mind the red flags are always going to be something to pay attention to. I mean, it's pretty clear. It's like hard to miss because the line's so bright. It's like literally in front of your face right here, right? And then again right here. So just keep that in mind, guys. Let's see. If there's anything else that I'm missing here. I'm trying to see. Yeah, Bethany said didn't take it. I sit most Fridays out, just happy being here and listening. Yeah, which I agree to, Bethany. Same with me. It's more so about being patient and conservative, especially on a day like this. You guys can see a lot of fake outs happening here, but the fake outs are anticipated. We already knew the fake out was going to happen here because it's right at the sessions, and we can see another fake out happening right here because it's again right at the sessions and opening price. So no trades on my end. I'm basically just sitting on my hands waiting per usual. Nothing for us to take at the moment. No V3 here, obviously. Nothing on the 10. I'd be more inclined to take a trade here on the 10 if I see something, but I do not see anything right now. See if there's one over here. Looking for a possible snipe, maybe. Let's see. No, I mean the snipe wouldn't even come because it's still like right at the sessions right here. Like if we get this to push down below here, then possible snipe, but it doesn't look like it's building up here at all. B said, isn't it a V3 buy on the 10-minute? Yeah, Possibly. It could technically be a V3 buy, but it's not one that I would take. It's against retail sentiment. So it could close, but if it does, I still wouldn't take it, even if it would. Not that it wouldn't push. Let me see how far is it. It's a pretty big move, but it's doable. It's like 1,000 pips if you were taking that V3 buy there. Nothing off the 5, nothing off the 3. And there goes, price drops back down below. See how far it pushes. Again, it's right at the session, so I'm basically waiting for it to get away from the sessions, guys. That's like, I mean, basically what I'm looking for here and what I'm trying to get. Because the sessions is where you get a lot of the manipulation. You can see right here, it's a lot of fake outs. There's actually a fake out right here. Right, there was a fake out right there, and then price came up, and then another fake out right here as well. It's just a, you know, it's an area where a lot of fake outs happen, basically. So I try to wait for it to get away from those areas. See if I can find something here. I'm getting like really tempted to like hop into these like some speculative trades, because when I see price dropping like this, I do expect it to come down. It's just I know I have to sit on my hands. Like I get the same FOMO like you guys do. Like I see a lot of people that are profiting, and I get tempted to enter some trades. But you know, I need that self-control and discipline for me to just wait for an actual entry here to come up. So let's see. Scroll up real quick. Yes, Swelly said sessions are an area for manipulation for sure. Stop hunting zone. Yeah, and I agree, Swelly. Because here's the thing: a lot of people will use these areas to trade, right? Some people think, oh, just because price breaks above it, it's going to have to keep pushing, or price breaks below it, and price has to keep pushing below. But in reality, this is where you get the fake out, because price will break below here. It'll fake out to the upside, stop people out, and then it'll go right back down, right? So sometimes it's better to just wait for the confirmation. You wait for the fake out, and then you wait to see where price goes. Because typically when price gets to this point, it's going to either go one direction or the other, or it'll just consolidate for a bit until it does find its direction. So looks good here. D said it went back to open. Where's Rick at? Let's see, anything else here that I'm missing? Pat said if it stays below the sessions though, is that not setting up for a sell snipe? Let me check real quick. Yeah, no, it is. That's exactly what I was just saying earlier, Pat. So for me, I was mentioning if price closes below here, then this would technically be a sell snipe. The only problem with this here is that the sessions again, right? It's rejecting off the session. So you're going to get obviously a manipulated push there. But yes, you are correct. This is setting up for a snipe, which I guess I could mark up. I think it's going to be a bit of a risky move, but you know, it's like right at the sessions. So I'm probably not going to take it. Maybe I'll take him some like sells in between. I'll look on the lower time frame, see if there's any sells that I can possibly take. But yes, this is a snipe entry on the 10. But again, it's like right there at the session. So it's not a good area to really be playing around. So yeah, there goes a snipe right there. I'll just delete this because we already, oh, whoops. I'll delete that because we already know where the zone is and was. But you can see it's like literally rejecting off 2 sessions right there, which provides for a lot of possible manipulation. See if you can see anything here. It's probably going to drop a little bit. See where it goes from there. So if you guys are in it, good luck. I'm just gonna sit tight, and maybe I'll catch some other sells as price starts to drop around. I'll set an alert here just to confirm when it does, if and when it does hit. So this is a 10-minute snipe. But as I mentioned, this whole area here is just, it's just the feeding ground for manipulation, guys. It's not necessarily where I want to play around. All right, back to the 1 minute. There's nothing over here. Again, same situation. You can see it a lot better here. You can see where price just keeps rejecting from, like right off the sessions right there. And there it goes, price drops lower. So now it's dropping back into profit, but you can see where it rejected from, right? Price was below it, came up, retested the sessions, and then it came back down. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes back up, retests again, it comes back down, and just keeps bouncing off that area. That's why I try to stay away from it. Because here's the thing, like if you enter too early, then you might hop in, get stopped out, and then you hop in a second time and then hit your TP. If you would have just waited for that second time, you could have avoided any unnecessary losses. So now that price is pushing below, this is a good thing. We want it to stay out of this area. I don't want to trade anywhere around this area over here. Pretty much this area is like a dead zone for me. If price gets near there, I'm not going to take any trades. I'm not even going to look to take any trades. But when price drops below here, then it's going to be a lot better. We'll also have areas of liquidity right here, so it's going to help as well. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of choppiness in the market. Let me go over here real quick to the clean chart. I'm just going to mark up, turn off the pivots. Mark up a couple of things here. So we have opening price right there. And I just want to show you guys like how there's no clear direction on the chart. So as you guys can see, market opened right here at 630, price dropped, came back up. Now it's dropping again, but there's just no clear direction, right? Price just a back and forth movement. It's basically a range between, make adjustments here. It's basically a range between the high here and the low. So here's the low, and then here's the high. It's just back and forth movement. And then as you can see at this point, it's starting to consolidate even tighter into a closer range. So entry, market opened right here, bounce, bounce, bounce. Now it is ranging right down the middle right here. So yeah, nothing for us to take at the moment. Let me check. So Josh is asking, hey, Sean, is there a chance your script for the sessions may be off at the moment? London session high should be around. So you might be seeing it wrong, Josh, because London session closes around this time too. Like you realize that like London and New York overlaps, right? So since they overlap, the session changes like when it closes, because it gives you the high low from the previous day. So we're in the middle of London and New York. So I don't know the exact time when London closes, but the high low here changes from that point. So this is from the previous day. It's not from the day that just happened, because the day's still running for London, if that makes sense to you. I don't know what time. Let me check if I can find it here, because I get that question a lot. So that's how I know. So London closes at, I'll show you a different example, or maybe you can check the mentoring session, because we've covered it before. I just don't want to mess with the charts right now, because I can show you that the high lows change, because it shows you the previous day. It doesn't show you the day it just happened, because the day's still running. Yeah, no, you're fine. Yeah, no problem, Josh. Yeah, it's the day prior. That's why it's called the previous session high low. It's not the current session. If it was the current session, it'd be called current session high low. But since it's the previous, it's the day before. Gotcha. So not 9 a.m. my time, Roy. It's 8 a.m. Okay. Gotcha. Thanks, guys. Yeah, thanks for confirming that. The time zones always throw me off, but just an FYI. So it looks like the snipe's about to hit full TP. I probably should have entered it late when it came up. So when it came up over here, I probably should have entered up here for a late entry or a better entry actually, and then cut as it came down. But as I mentioned, I'm not trying to take anything too risky today, guys. When I see something that, you know, is worth taking, then yeah, maybe I'll hop into it. This is kind of what I'm looking for though. What I'm looking for is when price gets down here. This is a sweet spot. So this is a liquidity right here. If price hits this point, then I'm going to expect it to drop even further to down here. So if I catch that, and that's like 1,000 pips. So right here, you know, price is going to mess around a bit, but I think when price reaches this point down here, this is where the real move is going to happen. And it's probably going to dump to this next area of liquidity. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. But other than that, I mean, let's just keep looking and waiting for any other entries here. There's nothing off of 10. This snipe looks like it's getting really close to full TP, and then it kind of just pulls back a bit. It's kind of playing around right now. Yeah, D said lots of wicks on the 1 minute, huge wicks right here. So as you can see, a lot of wicks up here, a lot of wicks below here. The good thing is that it's pushing away from the sessions over here. So the farther from the sessions, the better. Looking over here on the 1 minute, I'll probably be looking for it to hit this area right here too, but it's not there yet. So we'll just keep following it. Yep, DC just got to be patient. I agree 100%. Let me see if there's anything over here real quick. Ruben said the floor is lava. Let me check if there's anything else. Let me scroll up real quick, see if there's anything I'm missing. Yeah, Ruben said Sean's the best at patience. Yeah, I mean, this didn't happen overnight. This took years and years of taking losses after losses after losses until I realized, you know, it's better to just be patient and wait for these entries to come to you rather than you kind of just forcing them. Like, for example, here on the 10 minute, I probably could have hopped in late and try to catch the last push here, but, you know, the discipline in me told me not to because it's not in the area where I want it to be at. When it gets to that point, then great. You know, I'll take some sells down here. But right now, price is still bouncing around this area. If the fundamentals were red, then yeah, I would take it for sure, 100%. But the bias here isn't very strong. It's still up in the green, 165 points. Looking over here at the heat map, it's still pretty green as well. Yeah, everything here is green. So it's like hard for me to take any trades because I don't want to trade where I'm not like 100% sure. Like right now, if I'm taking any sells, I might feel like 70% sure that price is going to come down. I want to be like, or I might feel like 60% sure because the fundamentals are green, heat map is all green, technicals are bearish. So maybe I'm like at a 60 to 70% confidence level right now for a sell. But I want to be like at the 80, 90% confidence level, right? Or like yesterday, like the 99% confidence level where I just took like every sell and they all hit TP. That's where I want to be at. And that's where you guys should be at. So you guys should never be afraid to take a trade. The reason why I'm never afraid when I enter trades is because I already know price is going to come down. Right here, I don't know price is going to come down. I think price is going to come down, but I don't know it. You know, the more confidence you have with your trade, the better. Last thing you want to do is enter trade and then, you know, you have sweaty palms the whole time and you're stressed out. You can't look at your screen because it's getting close to your stop loss. That's not the feeling that you guys want to have. You guys want to have that feeling where you enter a trade and then you're like chilling because you already know it's going to hit your TP. That's real key because this is all psychological, guys. Like if you guys ever think about trading, it's all psychological, right? It plays like the worst games on your mind. Again, right here, price came up to the sessions and look where it bounced off. exactly off the sessions. I should have taken a sell right there, but again, I'm not looking to take anything too risky. If we had, so here's like a couple speculative moves that I would take if the overall bias was very strong. So like yesterday, this was 78% long. This was like down like 300 points. The heat map was all red. So if that was the case, when price pushed up to the sessions right here, I would have taken a sell there. I would just hit the DOM, hit a market sell, and go for 100 pips, because I know price would have bounced off that because the bias was so strong for a sell. Right now, I wouldn't do it because it's not that strong, right? Either way, I mean, if you did that over here when it bounced off this previous candle, you would have made it, but it's not like a for sure trade. It's like a maybe trade, because the thing is, price is going to keep getting manipulated to the upside because it still needs to please the direction, right? This is the direction that it's going. It's bullish. So it's supposed to go up. Overall, we do think price is going to come down though. So it can keep pushing up. And then at some point, you can see right there, it did fake out, came up to the sessions, bounced right off it. If I did what I just told you guys again right there. So if I did, and I went for a quick little 100 pips, you know, I would have easily stacked that up right there. And then I'd have a wide stop loss to prevent myself from getting stopped out, right? So if I did it right here, full TP, again right there, full TP. But I'm not 100% confident with the sells right now. So that's why I wouldn't take it. So just a little secret there that I'll give out to you guys. That's why it's important that you guys, like, the K2 strategies are all like a foundation for you guys so that you guys can understand what to look for. But these K2 indicators, these make all the difference. Like literally, if you don't have any of these tools on your chart, like if you guys didn't have any of my indicators, this is what your chart would look like, right? You'd be like, huh, what am I looking for? I don't know where price is going to bounce. If you had my indicators though, you know exactly where price is bouncing because you have that red line right there. You're like, all right, if I want to take some speculative sells, I can catch 1 win, 2 win, 3 wins, 4 wins, 5 wins right there. There's a ton of ways to trade. It's just using, you know, my indicators to help you guys really visualize it. Because the thing is, like, we know the lines here because we have the indicator. If you didn't have the indicator there, you have no idea. You're like, oh, price is bouncing off the high here. Realistically, it's not bouncing off the high. It's bouncing off the sessions because you see the actual line right here. So this is how you see a lot of people in K2 make like a lot more profit than what you would normally see, because having these indicators here, it pretty much, it gives you a whole idea as to where price is likely to bounce from. And there's a lot of ways to trade it. It's just, I mean, I go on for days to show you guys all these other small strategies that I don't necessarily teach you guys because these are riskier. I only teach you guys strategies that I tested and they have like a very high win rate, like, you know, an 80% win rate or above. These right here, if you do it properly, you can have a high win rate as well, but it's not as easy to teach beginners these more riskier strategies. Let me scroll down a little bit, see what else I'm missing. Rick said I surpassed your last shot to be good now. Rick will be Rick. It's all good. Rick said I'm going from back to open strategy to back to session strategy. Yeah, no, definitely. May said 100% agree with Sean. May said 100% agree with Sean. When the bias is on the way, is our way, the trade is less nerve-wracking. Yeah, which I agree 100%. Let's see, Maddie's in the sell snipe. Nice, Maddie. So you caught it as it came back down, looks like, for a quick scalp. Let's see how far it goes from here. All right, cool. Looks like some of you guys here sent in your profits. So let's see. We got Dell over here. Dell, or let me scroll up a little bit. So I missed all these profits over here. So we got Narith over here. Narith locked in a total of 5,275 for the day. Nice work, Narith. We have his second account over here locked in 6,315. Another nice job right there, Narith. We have Viva over here locked in a total of 1,964. Nice work, Viva. Viva said, I failed 2 real challenges, but passed 2 demos. Now back to my 3rd demo and in profit, of course. My psychology is messed up, which is okay. Viva, that's normal, right? And there you go, full TV off the snipe, guys. So for whoever caught the snipe right here, great work. I mean, there was a lot of opportunity here to catch in. Looks like Maddie got in late. He got in when price pushed up, and then he put his sell stop there as it came back down. He entered the trade and then hit his TP. So nice work, guys. I'm still waiting for it to get below here. So I'm just going to be patient with it. I don't know if there's anything else here that you guys wanted me to look at, but the snipe there that we were following, I'll just give an update in the group so that you guys can. Nice. Yeah, Pat said grab the very first snipe and held for full 500 pips. I'm out. Thanks, Sean. Definitely, Pat. So big congrats to you, and thanks for identifying that earlier, because you're the one that gave us the heads up for that snipe there. So, you know, your patience paid off. You waited for it. It closed below. Looks like you trusted it from the very beginning, and then you made a quick profit off it. And actually not a quick profit. You made a big profit, but not a quick one because it bounced around a bit. Yeah, exactly. Pat said just trusted the strategy. Smart move there. There goes. Price hits liquidity again right there below. See how far it goes down to. Looks like spread's kind of crazy right now, guys. So just be a little careful if you guys are entering any trades here. Let's see, where is it currently at? Nice. Nice. All right. So we have, looks like someone scammed into the chat over here. Let me take off this real quick. Someone is typing into the thing. It's probably the same guy from earlier. Yeah, I see. He came in under Maddie's name. He's in with Maddie with let's see. So I just reported him. Hold up, guys. Sorry, I need to take him off. All right, it's reported the guy. This is probably, let me turn off the annotations. Yeah, so as you guys can see, we have, I told you guys, haters are gonna come no matter what. Yeah, so let me disable annotations. So I just turned that up. You guys literally saw that on the live, right? Someone like shared the link to the Zoom, like to a hater, obviously. He was basically looking at, he's hating on specific people, Maddie and Narif. Like, it's crazy, guys. Like that person had all the opportunity to just sit in here and make profits with us, but they decided to just go and blow up the chat. But it's probably your buddy, Maddie. Yeah, exactly, right, Patricia? I mean, look, we must be doing something right for someone to hate that much. Man, it's too funny. I'm pretty sure that person probably thought like we were getting it all upset, but no. There goes the Friday, some Friday. But anyways, guys, so here's the move that we were looking at earlier. I mentioned that when price gets to this point over here, it was going to push down, right? And that's exactly what happened right here. So it's all good, played out. What a Friday. Yeah, Rick said it was him. Maddie gave him a bad haircut. Damn, Maddie, see? Anyways, back to business. Yeah, no, I had a feeling that I had a feeling someone was hopping into the Zoom because someone joined the group and it said Maddie with all caps. Maddie's already in the group, so I already knew it was Maddie. Other than that, anyways, back to our analysis here. So I do think this is probably going to drop even lower, but It's probably not going to have like a smooth push all the way down. It's probably going to retrace up a little bit. This candle here was too big. Let me just get this over here real quick. What else do I have over here? So, all right, let me just clean this up a little bit. So yeah, Charles is saying that the MT4, yeah, it looks like the candles are lagging a bit. Typical. This happened it's been happening for a couple weeks now. But yeah, the data is kind of lagging because I'm looking at it right now. Trading view right now, this candle is supposed to be red, but it's green. Yeah, it is lagging a bit. All right, let's update I think I already updated everything here. All of the zones, the high lows. All right, Ruin, we'll see you tomorrow. Let's see if there's anything else over here. I'm just reading everyone's messages over here. Yeah, Maddie, exactly. I just saw your message up there too. Probably was. Let's see. Randy said, I think I'm going to sit out the rest of the day, manage to catch the full move on the snipe with half lot sizing. Thanks, Sean. Definitely, Randy. I'm glad that you lock in some profits on a Friday, especially, Fridays are usually riskier days anyway. So glad to see you were able to lock in some stuff off that. But okay, with price dropping back below here, this will be identified as another area of liquidity. Nothing here. Let me move this down a little bit. And let me just go over everyone's profits again. Sorry, guys, I didn't even get to go over everyone's profits because we just got caught up on that earlier. So basically, Vivo over here locked in about 2,000. Let me see, where was the last? Yeah, that was the last thing I covered. Dell over here locked in 950. Nice work, Dell. Scotty over here locked in a total of 679. So nice work right there, Scotty. Z over here locked in a total of 7,335. Yeah, nice work, Z. I think this is like your first week here too, Z. So you did pretty good for this week so far. Then Narith over here locked in a total of 6,232. Nice work, Narith. Yeah, he said got stopped at a one trade, but got it back. Nice. All right, Matthew. We'll see you on Monday. Yeah, Matthew said, heading out, guys. Have a great weekend. Definitely, Matthew. We'll see you then. Pat said FTO needs to get set up on TV. Yeah, no, definitely. If it was on TV, it'd be so much easier, Pat, because we'd have direct. We would have direct, access to entering trades, and also we have direct access to the data as well. So I for sure think they need to get on that. They will eventually. I've seen other funding companies that now work with TradingView. So I think eventually they're going to get to that point. It's just not ready yet. Hopefully sooner than later. All right, so other profits over here. Let me scroll up real quick. So let me see. Kevin over here, he locked in a total of 6,378. Nice work, Kevin. Kevin said, hey, Sean, just wanted to take a moment and thank you for your analysis and guidance. I've already passed one FTMO in 2 days. I also deposited 50K into a new trading account on May 1st. I've almost doubled the account as of today. I've been trading for about 1 year. I've been profitable, but nothing like this. I've learned more discipline and patience since joining K2. You're doing an amazing job. Keep the good work. Yeah, definitely. I'm glad to hear, Kevin. I'm glad to see a lot of people who come to K2, both people who are brand new to trading and people who are experienced. And, their trading level just, explodes once they join K2, because you tie in my discipline, my guidance, my explanation, my analysis with the knowledge that you already have, and it makes a huge difference. Like, it makes a really big difference. So here's Kevin's account. This is his actual account. Here, he deposited 50K here, locked in a total profit of 43,951. So total balance now is at 92,886, which is amazing for his account here. I mean, it's crazy, guys. You guys can see he started this on May 1st. It's been 20 days and he's up extremely high off these trades here. You can see he does have losses here and there, but for the most part, he's able to catch like some pretty solid moves, especially with the consistency that, which is possible using bias and using the sessions like we've used before. So great work, Kevin. And, this is just the beginning. You got to keep going. There's more to come from there. So Maddie over here locked in a total of, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, about 4,000 here in total. So nice work right there, Maddie. And his other account over here, even more, locked in a total of 4,000, close to 5,000 right here. So nice work, Maddie. Yeah, Narita over here said Sean is an entire confluence. Try to be as much as possible for you guys. Let's see what else we got over here. Kenny just sent in a link. So let's see what Kenny sent over. Kenny's is our fake news guru over here. He knows all the stuff going on in the world. Not really fake news, but so let's see. SpaceX reportedly paid $250,000 to settle sexual harassment accusation against Elon Musk. Interesting. Yeah, no. So this will probably mess with Tesla. The thing is, Tesla is no longer in the S&P. So if you guys saw the news, they took Tesla off the S&P. So it's not really going to affect any of the indices directly. But and there's another V3 right here, guys. Sorry, I totally missed it, but it would have been too small anyway. So it's not one that I, personally would have taken. It wouldn't have reached the stop loss requirement. So, because he needs a minimum of 300 pips. So I probably would have skipped it to begin with. I mean, unless you guys just pushed it back a little bit, because 300 pips is the minimum stop loss for the V3. This right here was technically only 26. So I mean, I see people do it sometimes where they just, this is technically what it would have been at, it would have hit TP, but I see a lot of people just extend it a little bit to like 300. So either way, if you did at 300 or 20 or 26 points, it would have hit TP. But yeah, I mean, solid movement there so far. So more profits. Let me just check real quick. I can hear my phone vibrating. We got profits from Joshua over here. So nice work, Joshua. All wins, no losses. He was trading the direction of bias for a sell here. All blue right here. Total profit of 577. So great work right there, Joshua. So nice work right there. Other than that, let's see. Barack over here said, good day today. Once again, representing YouTube crew. So Barack over here trading off the YouTube. Even with the delayed data, he locked in a total of 585. So as you guys can see, there's no excuse, guys. Like, people can make profit off the free YouTube live stream, or they can make profit off the Zoom live stream, right? The Zoom live stream, obviously you'll have an advantage because it's real time. But Barack over here, even with the delayed data, he's still locked in some pretty massive profit, about $600 right there. So great work right there, Craig. Strong over here real quick. Let's see. Miriam just sent in her profits. Nice work, Miriam. All wins here. She also traded in the direction of bias, all sells for the day. Just like we were anticipating. She locked in a total of 832 on this account. Nice work, Miriam. And you guys are doing real good today. So great work, guys, across pretty much all of your accounts so far. Miriam again right there, same profit. Let's go back to the 10-minute over here. Okay, so the 10-minute is actually hitting that area of liquidity that I was mentioning before. And it just bounced right through it. Let's see how far I can push to. Basically, what I'm looking for here is for it to get to like down here. Because when it gets down to this point, then it's probably going to push even lower. Right now, it's kind of in a tight position because it still hasn't gone that low. Back to the 1 minute. Let me see if there's any other liquidity areas here that I can mark up. Another red flag here is that it's right at the sessions. Yeah, thanks, Maddie. I just noticed that too on the 1 minute. I didn't have it marked up on the 10, but it's like literally right at the sessions. Right there. So I probably sit tight off that. Patricia over here. Nice work, Patricia. Patricia over here, she took 2 trades, huge profits, locked in a total of 4,092 off this account. So great work right there, Patricia. And then her other account over here, she locked in a total of 1,450. So nice work again right there, Patricia, across both of her accounts. Look, it's kind of interesting how you did this, Patricia, because you actually traded both ways. You traded some buys here. I'm assuming this is pre-market. Or actually, no, this is on open. So you took this on open right here. You took the buy. You took basically the swing back to the upside. And then right here on your other account, you took sells, rode back down. So great profits both ways. Randy over here locked in a total profit of 2,895. Nice work, Randy. As you guys can see, these are all different people in K2. It's not just a few people. It's pretty much a pretty big handful. Maddie over here as well. Oh, I already got those. So Maddie over here made profit off this account, and then his other account right here. Scrolling down a little lower, here's Maddie's brother, Charles. Charles locked in a total of 1,478 on this account. Nice work, Charles. And then his second account over here locked in a total of 1,478. And then his third account over here locked in a total of 1,538. So nice work all around, guys. Steven said, I'm at the airport. I was walking while trading. I'll be back one day. Okay, Steven. So now you understand how you took the loss here. You weren't in like full focus. He said no more revenge trading. So it's all right, Steven. You know, we all make the same mistakes. I even revenge trade myself sometimes. Luckily, it does work in my favor most of the time, if not all. But the good thing here is that Steven understood that his issue was that he was at the airport. He was walking and trading. And then he revenge traded. So he missed the entire move here because if he took it at the actual time, this would have hit full TP. But it looks like he might have entered like when price was retracing. So maybe like down here, it retraced up his stop loss and then it came down to TP. So it's all good, Steven. Milzon over here. Let's see, Milzon locked in a total of 340 off this account. Nice work, Milzon. His second account locked in 272. And then his third account over here locked in a total of 680. So nice work right there, Melzon. Across all your accounts. You know, it doesn't matter how big of a profit you make or how small, profit's profit. Casey over here locked in a total of 3,256. All wins right here, no losses. So great work right there, Casey. Pretty solid, man. 3,200 for the day. Jay over here as well. Looks like he took the breakout. I can see the timestamp right here, 634. He took the breakout, then he caught it on its way back up, locked in a total profit of 1,054 for the day. Nice work, Jay. Other than that, let me see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. I think that might be about it. CERN over here as well. CERN locked in a total of 315 euros off this account. And then off his FTMO, he locked in a total of 684 euros. So nice work right there, CERN. All right, so I think that's it for right now. Let me see if there's anything else for us to look at right now. Let me clean this up a bit. I'm going to move the right there, that right there. So we got pretty much, well, we can see that price is now ranging between the sessions. It's not really a good area to trade in. It's pretty much just ranging right here, right by the sessions. Going over to the 10, price is dropping below. Let's turn off the sessions on here so we can see it a bit better. So it looks good here. The 5 minute bouncing off the sessions, obviously, just like it is on the 1. 3 minute bouncing off the sessions as well. 1 minute, you can see it a lot better here. It's just ranging between this high and this low, right in between where the sessions is. You definitely don't want to trade where the sessions is. So no entries at this time. It's 6:26 right now. We got about 30 minutes till 8. So we'll see if we can find anything else here, but I don't personally see anything myself. Let me just update the high lows real quick. All right, so you guys can see it here a lot better, right? On the clean chart, this is basically our bias for today. So if you guys remembered from this morning, I said I wasn't going to take any buys. I was looking for sells because retail sentiment was, 73% short. So this is why you always want to trade in the direction of bias. I already identified a sell before market open. So from 6:30 over here, I was already looking for sells, if you guys remembered, right? So if you guys remember earlier, I was looking for sells. So if you drew, areas of, or a direction like I did right here, you could have seen that it actually played out perfectly fine. It wasn't a clean drop, but it did play out exactly how we anticipated. So it's always key that you guys attend attend these live sessions at the beginning, right? Because I do my full analysis from the beginning. We looked at retail sentiment, we looked at fundamentals, we looked at the technicals. I indicated that there was no strong bias for a sell, but I was looking for a sell. And you guys can see right here, market opened at this point, and it came down just like we anticipated. So I already knew to take sells today. That's pretty much all I was looking for. And for a lot of you guys here who sent in your profits, you guys did pretty solid overall. So let's see. Shannon said, this is just a trial, but thank you. I passed it the other day. I need to finish the course and I will be in the paid course. Yeah, nice, Shannon. So great work right here. As you guys can see, we have a lot of new members here in K2, whether it be in the free group or the paid group. Whether you're in the free YouTube or the paid Zoom, it's still possible for you guys to pass your challenges. Shannon over here, she passed it pretty solidly. She passed it within 7 days. Minimum was 5 days. She hit her profit goal right there. So just keep going, guys. Like if you guys keep passing these challenges or these trials, make sure that you do the same thing you do during these trials when you get to the challenge. Because I see a lot of people, they'll pass the trial or they'll pass the challenge. And then once they get to verification or they get funded, they start to change things up and then they start to not have the same consistency. So great work right here, Shannon. Glad to see that you're still consistent, even though you're just on the YouTube, which is delayed. I know it sucks, it's delayed, but it still gets the job done. All right, back to the 1 minute over here. Possible V1 body, but it's really close to the sessions again. So I don't know if I would want to take it myself. But yeah, thanks guys for mentioning that, Maddie and Charles. So possible V1 body, again, it's kind of close to the sessions over here. So I don't know if I don't want to take it, but it is a V1 body. And it's too late. I was thinking about taking it, but then it came down too late. It's already down there. All right, so I don't know if anyone caught it. Not gonna lie, I did catch some of it. So I did hit sell like as soon as it dropped a little bit, but then I pulled out early because the spread was too wide. So I pulled out with 590. I know some BS, but it's all good. Nice. Kevin caught it as well. So it looks like some of you guys here caught it, or a lot of you guys caught it actually. So we got a couple more messages over here. Let me see what we got. Shannon said, thank you. Yes, I can tell the difference. It's a delay, and that's fine. I'm just making sure that once I come in as a paid member, I can do what I'm told and not what I want to do. Yeah, no, and that's really smart, guys. So like, exactly what Shannon said here. She just wants to make sure that she can like follow directions. I think that's the main problem with a lot of people, that they can't follow directions, right? Or the problem is people who come to K2, they learn strategies from different people, and they come to K2 and they think that they know everything, which is completely fine. But you're going to find out the hard way that it doesn't work like that. Sometimes it does work like that if you know what you're doing, but realistically, I see a lot of people who come to K2 and they have like bad knowledge. Like, I'm not going to name their teachers, but you guys already know there's like a lot of bad teachers out there who teach people like BS trading strategies, or they teach them the wrong way of understanding. Like, it was crazy. There's one person who joined K2, and the person that taught them was actually a K2 member before. And what they do is they do the opposite of what we do. So I explained to you guys and tell you guys that we do the opposite of the majority. This person came to K2 and they were doing what the majority was doing. So they're like, oh, it's 73% long. So they're buying, and then they just keep losing. They're like, why doesn't this make sense? They come to K2 and they're like, oh, you're supposed to do the opposite. So I think the person who was teaching this other person just didn't learn properly what we were doing here. And they were actually doing the opposite of what we were doing. So they kept blowing other people's accounts. And it's crazy. Like, I try to make it as simple as possible. Some people still do the opposite. Jennifer said there's nothing wrong with buying when my right hand itches, right? As long as everything aligns. Peter said, yeah, no, exactly. Definitely that. Josh said, appreciate you hit my goal for the week. Hit my goal all week and heading out. Have a great weekend. Definitely, Josh. We'll see you here on Monday. All right, guys. So let's see. Price is now squeezing. As you guys can see, this range is just getting tighter and tighter. And as it gets tighter like that, it's just preparing for a breakout, which I think the breakout will be to the downside. So it's fine that price is squeezing like this. Just an FYI if you guys are wondering. Typical pattern. Price squeezes, breaks out one way or the other. Going back to the 10-minute over here. Let's move this lower right here. So that area of liquidity just pretty much got pushed lower. So what I'd be looking for here personally is I'd be looking for it to come down a bit lower and watch it break through to the next area down here. Let me see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. Narith over here. Nice work, Narith. So Narith locked in a total of 13,976. So nice work right there, Narith. Great profit. Patrick over here, he said he's done for the day. Locked in a total of 6,870. Nice work, Patrick. Yeah. Nice work, guys. Give me some FOMO over here. Let's see if price drops lower over here on the 10-minute. Basically, if I see price drop to the halfway mark here, I'm expecting it to drop to at least down a little further. So I'll keep watching. I'll see where it goes. Maybe I can hop in for a little speculative push somewhere, but I'm not going to like really force anything. Let's keep watching and see where it goes. But I do expect price to keep dropping. So see where it goes from there. Yes. All right. Took that. So I told you guys I might hop in for a speculative push, and that's exactly what I did. It's so easy if you guys have the DOM. So like, here's the thing. This is how I take trades really quickly. If you guys don't know what I did right here, watch the mentoring session from yesterday. Basically, I identified this area of liquidity. I even drew the lines here, right? So I mentioned like when price reaches the halfway mark or somewhere down here, it's going to push down a little further. You can kind of see my market because I did draw this right here, right? If you guys attended that mentoring session, you guys knew what I was doing here. I drew this to just kind of visualize where price will push to. I saw it push down at least 100 pips. So as soon as price got to this halfway mark, I hit sell right here on my DOM, on my MT4, just let it pretty much run, and then it hit TP. So what I'm going to do here, guys, is I'm going to, because here's the thing, I didn't take any official trades today. So I'm not going to take a screenshot of everything I took, but I'll take a screenshot of like, basically, I've been taking trades in the background. Like, I don't know if you guys have been seeing me, but like basically whenever I get kind of quiet, I kind of take trades, and I'll show you guys like what I did over here. Cause I did take a couple trades here. And these are all during the live, but I'm doing it kind of behind the scenes. I don't want you guys to take these risky trades, and these trades are not going to count as official entries. So I'll just show you guys what I kind of have been doing behind the scenes over here. Because I can take trades and not even think about it. I literally just take trades and then just let them pretty much run over here. So I'm basically just going to my accounts right here. And to take these types of trades, you kind of just have to know what you're doing. I mean, I know it's cliche for me to say that, but if you guys pay attention, you guys sit in on all the live sessions, you guys can kind of understand like my whole thought process behind all this. Because this isn't easy. Like what I did right now this morning, these are all the trades I took during the live. I didn't take any official trades during the live, but I did take a lot of these small little sells here and there, especially because I just have the DOM set up. So let me show you guys real quick. Here's a screenshot. These are just the trades that I took here during the live. You can add the trade from last night that I took, but here are the ones that I took here. I'm just taking these like without even thinking. Like I'll give you guys explanation. I'm like, okay, price is going to drop here. And then what I do is I just take the trades without really giving it any thought because I know it's going to go down there. And you guys will get to this level of trading at some point. Kevin's already there. You see Kevin take these same exact trades I'm taking because we both see the same thing. So check this out right here. See all these wins? These are all from this morning. You can see the timestamps here. Took this at 651. I just kept taking sells because I knew price was going to drop. So this is my main account. You can see here all these green strips because I just hit the DOM and I let it go to TP. This trade right here I don't know what the hell happened to this trade, but this one right here. Oh, this is the one that I was talking with you guys earlier about. This was the V1 where I entered late and then I had to close out manually because it went past TP. But yeah, everything else here, I just basically whenever price is going in a direction and I'm looking for liquidity here, I just hit sell and then I let it do what it needs to do, hit CP because I already know it's going to go down. So I have pretty much no loss this morning. All win. So this is my main account. This is my copier, my MFF, my second MFF, and my third MFF right here. So pretty much all wins. I mean, if you guys want to see my trade from last night, this is what I took last night during Asia, but this is all I took this morning. This is all speculative sells. They're speculative because there's no real strategy to it. It's kind of just, we know price is coming down. So I just pretty much catch it as it drops. And it's not rocket science. It's literally listening to Sean, right? Listen to what I say. If I think price is going to come down and I mark up stuff like this, like if you see me draw a circle and I have arrows here, I think price is going to drop. So when I see something like that, a lot of people just take sells whenever price gets to that circled point. Just like right here, right? Price got to this area here, this area of liquidity. You could have caught it for a quick 100 pips. You're only going for like a quick little push, 100 pips. Very possible for you to just hit TP like that. So Pat's asking, anyone have a solid download link for MT4 DOM? There's no, it's not an indicator or an add-on, Pat. It's built into MT4. So there's no download that you need to do for it. It's already in MT4. It's like one of their actual tools. Yeah, just right click on your chart. So go to your chart, right click on it, and then you'll see depth market. It's like one of their own tools. So you don't have to install anything. It's but you have to make sure you have the actual MT4 app. You can't be using the web app. Web app doesn't have it. All right, so it's 7:41 right now. Let me just give like a little. Nice. Jay over here said, joined 3 days ago, already being super conservative on trades, already up 500 profit towards my MFF challenge in 3 days. Let's go. Definitely, Jay. That's awesome, man. I'm glad to see a lot of you guys here finding consistency with K2. I think that's the biggest, problem with a lot of traders, right? It's really the consistency and discipline to wait for these good entries here. Nice. Tiana sent in her profits, all wins, no losses. Nice work, Tiana. Total profit of 8,113. So she said another phase one pass in a week. Nice work, Tiana. Oh, Steven said, I see what happened. I'll message you later, Steven. Let's see. Let me just give a little update here. All right. So here are my profits for the day so far. None of these are in account, guys, so don't worry. They're not, we didn't have any official trades because like even the breakout this morning, I didn't feel comfortable taking it. Me personally, I feel more comfortable taking speculative trades because we just catch, I mean, we're basically going with the motion, right? We're not really looking for anything specific. We're kind of just seeing where price is going and then just writing it down. So for me personally, I feel a lot more nervous when I take the breakout versus taking these speculative sells. Because when you take the breakout, or so if you take the breakout and it's going the direction of liquidity, you have an idea where price is going to push you, right? If you're just taking the breakout like today where there was no liquidity around the area, you're kind of guessing, you're kind of not sure where price is going to go. So like for me personally, if I see liquidity sitting somewhere, I have like a pretty good idea that price is going to push through it and reach, the TP that I'm looking for. So that's why for me personally, it's all about instinct, right? It's instinct with trading, instinct, intuition, your level of confidence. It just really depends, especially for today, because we didn't have a strong bias. If we had a strong bias, then I'd feel comfortable with the breakout, but we didn't. So even though it did hit TP, it still didn't fit my criteria. So nice work, Tiana over here again. 8,100. Dre over here. Let's see, where's Dre at? Nice work, Dre. So Dre over here locked in a total of 869 for the day. So nice work right there, Dre. It's cool to see a lot of people here trade on different account types. Like Dre trades, he trades futures, and he does. I mean, I like seeing different like platforms here. Like I've never seen this platform other than Dre's post, but he made a nice profit of 869, basically close to 1,000 for the day. He trades on a futures broker. He took another one, got real close to a trade. He got 996, so you're $4 away from 1,000 mark. Nice. Patricia said, Sean, I'm out. Have a great weekend. Thank you. Definitely, Patricia. We'll see you then. Again, guys, just a reminder, price is right at the sessions. You probably don't want to take any trades around this area. Wait for it to break above or below it. Let's see, David said, Sean, how is one lot size? So nice work, David. David over here locked in a total of oh, well, it wasn't you. So you wouldn't know. The broker that broker uses standard lot sizing. It's $10 pip, or $100 per pip, right? It's because you're 30. Actually, it's so. Yeah, this isn't 30 pips, it's 300 pips right here, because you're counting this number right here, the third number, or the fourth number right here. So hopefully that makes sense. I feel like a lot of people don't understand the difference between brokers. Some brokers, like for this right here, this is MFF. It's a 100 lot is equal to a 1 lot. So for this right here, this is a 1 lot because they're using a standard lot size. MFF uses micro lot sizing, so, or nano lot sizing. So 100 lots is equal to 1 lot. I'll just put it in here. Nano, mini, or micro. All right. Question from Zachary. Zachary said, my trend meter doesn't match yours. How do I fix this? Zachary, if you go down to your trend meter settings, go down here, go to your settings, set them all to a chart. So you probably have your default settings, which is intraday. So that's probably why it looks all blue down here. This is like long-term trend. If you want to change it for scalping, you just want to change all of these to chart, and it'll give you the trend for this specific time frame for whatever chart you have open. So that's where you would change it to, and then it should look like mine. And go back to the 10 over here. Oh crap, kind of missed it. I was going to catch it as it came back down. So the price was up here. I was going to catch it as it came back down to this area and maybe scoop up another win, but it's all good. I already missed it, so it's too late for that. It's also 7:48, guys. So if you guys have any other questions, feel free to put them in the chat. We'll try to wrap up as many questions as you guys have before we call it a day, or call it a week, actually. Yeah, other than that, we'll just keep going for the next few minutes. Nice. Mace actually caught it. So Mace caught that drop earlier through the area of liquidity. So again, guys, if you guys want to learn about like this right here, this isn't a strategy that I plan on teaching you guys. I explained it during the mentoring session as well, why I don't teach it to you guys, because it's risky if you guys don't know what you're doing. So if you guys want to learn this, just go to the YouTube channel. Let me just pull it up for you guys real quick to see if I can find it. Okay, so this is what the YouTube channel looks like, right? If you go to the YouTube channel, go to videos, and then go to this most recent green one. It says K2 Trades Live Mentoring with Sean K2. This is where I explained the liquidity. You'll need the K2 high-low indicator to apply these areas of liquidity, but if you have it, it pretty much does all the work for you. It's just a quick explanation. If you guys want me to go over it again, I'll go over it on the next mentoring session. But for the most part, you guys can see it works pretty nicely. Like from this point, I was expecting it to drop down here. And that's pretty much what happened. We're basically looking for double level or double lines of liquidity that are close by to each other. So here's another example down here. If price does, which I probably will, comes down to this point right here, then I'm expecting it to drop lower. All right. It's really simple. You guys can see there's a low there and a low there. So you're really just drawing areas of liquidity and watching them break through. The only reason I know there's an area here is because this is where I see a lot of stop losses sitting. This is where liquidity is sitting down below. So other than that, let me see. Kevin said, I personally don't like the breakout because it moves sporadically. I prefer speculative sells. It's more predictable for me. I prefer when price is moving smoothly, which I agree with too, as well, Kevin. I like it better when we have, so here's like the areas of liquidity, right? Just like basically what me and Kevin look for. So like looking at this right here, this is like, clear depiction of like where liquidity is sitting. So like right here, we have two lines pretty much right on top of each other. You can see when price came down and hit it, it dropped down to the next level right here, right? The next level around this point, price hit it again. What happened from there? It dropped even lower. Price hit this point again right here, it dropped lower, right? It's pretty easy. I mean, if you guys can identify this stuff, I think this is actually a safer way to trade if you know what you're doing. Which takes, it takes time, practice, and repetition. Like for me, I can just look at the chart. Like for example, I pulled up these examples. I didn't even know where the examples were. I just drew them because I saw where the lows were. And I was able to show you guys exactly where price was going to drop to, right? A good way to identify this is when price is moving the opposite direction of bias. So here's retail sentiment, right? So for retail sentiment over here, we already knew we're looking for sells because it's like 72% long. So what happens is you let it push up, and then when it pushes up, here's the whole thought process behind this. When price pushes up and people are entering buys, where are they placing their stop losses? They're placing their stop losses at the swing lows, right? For a lot of people, it's hard for them to identify where these swing lows are. For us, it's not that difficult because we have the tool here. So like, for example, if I rewind to this place right here, right? So if I rewind it to this area and I clean this up a little bit so that you guys can see, you guys can already see where the liquidity is sitting, right? It's sitting right here. So in my eyes, or in me and Kevin's eyes, we see, okay, if price is coming down from this point, where do I think price is what's going to happen? It's going to hit liquidity because this is where all the stop losses are sitting, and then it's going to drop lower. And look what happens here. It does that exactly. Hits the area right here of liquidity, huge candle right here because it pushes right through it and drops even lower to the next level down here. So it's really not that difficult. These K2 indicators make all the difference because it does all the work for you. And it's still dropping right here, man. I wish I could have, I wish I took another sell there, but it's okay. It's getting close to 8, so I'm kind of more careful right now. Whenever time gets near the 8 o'clock mark, this is usually where the market starts to move kind of funny. It's where the volatility kind of dies down a bit, and then it kind of chills out for a couple hours until it starts moving again. Thanks, DJ. Yeah, DJ said it went to opening price from previous day. Nice, nice. And that's another thing right there, guys. So that's cool. So DJ over here had it marked up from opening price from yesterday. Maybe he forgot to delete it because that's what happens with me sometimes. I have my opening price open from like previous days, and those are like it's real good structure to identify. But that's good to know that DJ confirmed that it went to opening price from previous day, because now that we know that it's at opening price from previous day, I could even go to it over here. Let me see. Yesterday was the 19th. So let's go to 6:30 yesterday. Yeah, it's right. It's literally right at it. So check out where price is at right now. And look where it's bouncing off. Opening price from yesterday. These structures here are important. A lot of people don't, they ignore it, but they're still important. Like opening price from yesterday is still getting tested again right here. And it's a heads up, like, hey, you should probably pull out of your sell, or you should probably move your stop loss and profit because it might bounce off it. So yeah, no, thanks for the tip there, DJ. And yeah, all good, DJ. So we'll see you on Monday. You two have a great weekend. Yeah, Rick said all day yesterday was spent around the open. And I agree. Yeah, I can see it right here. It pretty much just bounced around that area. This is where market open. It kept bouncing around the area for the most part. Maddie said liquidity pushed up to the high low on the 1 minute. Oh yeah, so here's the cool thing too. You guys will see sometimes that certain price points will line up exactly with a high low. So here's the same thing that I marked up earlier, right? So I was telling you guys that when you have these double lines, and price hits it, it typically moves down to the next level, which it did right here. It broke through the liquidity, pushed down to the next level right here. And now it's going to decide whether it's going to bounce up and retrace up or continue dropping to the next level right here. Damn, if price drops at this point, then I see this thing kind of shooting pretty hard, even further. But you guys got to keep in mind that it is Friday. So if you're happy with your profits so far, I would just, honestly, I would just call it a day. I think I'm going to call it a day myself because I don't want to throw away my profits that I made this morning and from yesterday as well. Standard equals. Okay. On specific properties. All right, so you can see prices dropping lower from this point. Oh, thanks, Maddie. Yeah, Maddie said the bottom lines are sessions. Good to know. Oh, they are. Yeah. So if I hide that, they're actually sessions down there. So they line up with the sessions perfectly. Damn, I wouldn't be surprised if, damn, this candle is huge. So I think if price reaches this point right here, it's going to keep dropping even further. But as I mentioned earlier, guys, I don't recommend you guys really like gamble today or now because it's already getting to that point. I know I try to emphasize that you guys be as conservative as possible. So, I mean, if you guys are happy with your profits for the week, just call it a week. You know, enjoy your profits, go into the weekend happy, not pissed off or stressed out or mad that you guys lost a trade when you could have avoided it. Because I'm sure that's happened to a lot of you guys. You guys had a perfect week, no losses, and you take one loss and you just blow your account, or you end up losing all your profits from the week. So, you know, if you guys are happy with your profits, you should just call it a week. Rick said you're describing my life right now. It happens, Rick. You know, I know it's happened to you before, and until you get down the ability to stay disciplined, it's just going to keep happening, right? It's unfortunate. And don't worry, it's happened to me for a while, right? I've been in that hole before. So you're not alone. And I'm sure there's others here that it's happening too, but they're just not, you know, I wouldn't want to admit it either, especially if I'm a new trader. But it's normal, guys. If you guys are in the hole, it happens. You know, you'll get yourself out of the hole, or you'll buy a new account and you'll start fresh, and then hopefully you don't go back into that hole again. Jennifer said shit week, but great Friday. Well, that's good, Jennifer. You made it back. So check out where price is going to. This candle is like way too big. I don't recommend chasing it. It's been dropping for like way too long. But you can see where price is going, right? Market opened here at, let me just mark up right here. Market opened here at 630. So see how price dropped? The reason why I would have taken a sell is because retail sentiment, again, was very short. This number here is dropping. It was like at 78% yesterday. It looks like everyone who's buying the dip, which I don't recommend people go and buy the dip, is getting blown out of the market right now. So this number here is decreasing because whoever's on the buy side is just getting stopped out. Like their accounts are getting blown. It's crazy, guys. Don't buy the dip. I know everyone says to buy the dip, but don't buy, like literally don't buy the dip because you're going to blow your account. I know a lot of people try to gamble and they think, oh, you know, US30 has to go up. It's probably not best idea. Okay, so it's 8 o'clock right now. London session just closed. So I don't know if, yeah. So Peter said London session just appeared and bounced off it right there. It's 8 o'clock right now, my time. So London session just closed. So this is the low from the day that just passed. And that's pretty much where we're at now. Yeah, CT said never try to catch a falling knife. I agree, 100%. So it's 8 o'clock, guys. Let me see if there's anything else here that I missed. Rookie said satisfied. Thanks, Sean. So she locked in a total of 2,072 for the day. Nice work, Rookie. Looks like you had a loss right there, which is all right. Happens. You made it right back with all the other trades, and you still made an overall profit of 2,072 for the day so far. So great work right there, Rookie. Keep it up. Oh no. Craig said, blew that funded challenge with TFF. Should have walked away with my initial profit. My own fault for over trading. Only thing different that I think that's screwed me was retail bias and fundamentals were off. So it was a mixed bag. Likely more back and forth because of this, which is where I kept getting screwed. But it's all good, Craig. It's unfortunate that you blew that funded account, but you know, you got to lose some to learn from it. So it's all good, Craig. You'll be back. You'll be back at it next week. Dre over here, nice. He got the 1,000. So I was kind of messing with Dre earlier. I was telling Dre he was like $4 away from 1,000. He got that extra $40 right there, and he locked in 1,000 for the day. So nice work, Dre. Glad to see that you locked that in. And Z over here as well. Z's currently up 14,730. Wow, crazy work right there, Z. So great work, guys. If you guys have any more profits to send in, feel free to send them in. See, Josh said, done. Stopped out in profit on the last trade. Have a great weekend, Sean. Definitely, Joshua. So Joshua over here locked in a total of 603. All wins, no losses. Great work. All sells as well in the direction of bias. Smart moves, smart moves. And yeah, man, I'm glad that you close out the week pretty strong, Joshua. I know it's been a rocky month overall for you, but you made it right back. So great work over there. Everyone goes through it, guys. Everyone goes through like a rocky time, like a rocky period with trading. But I'm glad to see that Josh over here locked in, you know, solid profit to wrap up the week. Brock said, got a little more from you talking. Late exit though. Liquidity works so good for me today on US30 and GU. So he drew liquidity. That's cool here that Barack, he's actually using liquidity on forex pairs too, which is pretty nice. He used liquidity here on GU, GBP USD, if you guys don't know the abbreviation, locked in 155, total profit of nearly 1,000 for the day right here. So great work, Brock. And Brock's doing all this off the YouTube. So it's possible. Nice. Z said 7K up to pass first challenge. So he's almost there. He's doing, looks like you're doing a 200K, Z. So congrats to you, and you're almost there. Other than that, Charles over here locked in 2,338 on this account, locked in a total of 2,173 off this account, and locked in a total of 2,173 off this account as well. So nice work right there, Charles. If you guys have any more profits to send in, feel free to send them in. I'll be posting up everyone's profits shortly after we get off this live session, or maybe I'll wait until the end of the day. But I think that's about it for now. So let's see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. A question from Kevin. Kevin said, hey, Sean, how much did you lose before you got the hang of trading and control of your emotions and discipline? So I actually lost a lot of money in the beginning. In the very beginning, I never paid for a course and then never had a mentor. Like I'm not like, I didn't have what you guys have here. So I kind of just learned everything through trial and error. So I actually lost a lot of money in the beginning. I lost probably close to like 20K of my own personal money, just blowing accounts back like over and over and over again. That was over probably like maybe a 2 to 4 year period. I don't know, around the 4th year, it kind of just clicked for me. I think it was a good thing that I didn't have a mentor or paid for a course, because I got to learn everything on my own. And, you know, with me being a lawyer as my background, you know, lawyers basically problem solve, right? So like for me, it was all problem solving. I was trying to figure out what I was doing wrong. And then I understood like what I was doing wrong, and I made changes from there. So I just pretty much made a bunch of improvements and adjustments to my strategy and the way that I trade over the years. And then after that 4-year period, it's just been all profit from there. So I did lose a lot of money from the beginning. You know, I'm not ashamed to say that, because everyone loses money. It's just a lot of people don't tell you that. People will lie. Whoever tells you they never lost money from trading is like a straight liar, because everyone's lost money from trading. It doesn't matter who you guys learn from. I'm sure there's a lot of you guys here who learned from me, and you guys did lose money in the beginning, but now you guys are very consistent because it's all a learning process. So I did lose a lot of money in the beginning, but ever since then, it's been all great since that point. And it just gets better because we're able to adjust with the markets pretty quickly, right? Like that's the good thing about me understanding how the market moves, is because now when the market changes, and say we go into a ranging market or we go into a consolidating market, I know what to do because I know how to I know how to adjust those market conditions. So realistically, it's like, these are skills that you build over time. But now that you guys have me, I can kind of just give you guys a shortcut. I can literally tell you guys what to look for, how to change your like main points, like when you guys are looking. Well, I mean, we kind of have a full system now. Before, we didn't have the sessions here. And I kind of just did this on my own by hand, and we didn't have this high-low indicator. So pretty much all the K2 indicators that we have here, there's a reason for each indicator. You know, when we're in a ranging market, the K2SR works perfectly fine. It works good because you can see when price is ranging. During directional markets, these high lows are like, these are game changers because you can identify liquidity. And same with the sessions. Sessions will help you identify where bad trades are. So, you know, over time, you know, all this stuff's going to start to make sense, especially if you guys have traded with me for like over a year, because you've been with me through the entire season change. Because if you guys aren't familiar, the market changes during seasons. Right now, the volatility is high. When you go into the summer in the next month or two, the market's going to slow down a bit, but we still make profits during the summer because we know how to adjust to the market condition change. And then it picks up again in the fall and winter. So yeah, no, definitely. CT said K2 trading US30 equity curve has ramped up in the last 5 months. Pretty neat. Yeah, and you guys have seen, because all I trade is US30 now. So I really learned how to master this asset. And we're just going to keep getting better. Every day we get better. Every month we get better. Every year we get better. It's just a ongoing process. Yeah, no, Gallo said, I appreciate this convo. That's why I love this group. Yeah, no, definitely. Gallo. Yeah, Maddie said I lost about 12 bands, which is that's actually not too bad, because now you're making right back with all your funded accounts. Jennifer said she lost 6 times that. It's all good. You'll be bouncing back from there. Rick said that's a bad month of challenges for me. So one thing that you guys also have to keep in mind is self-control and discipline, right? If you guys blow accounts, don't go right into a new account right after that. Sometimes you might need a break and do a trial and then go back into another challenge after that. But you just have to get it down realistically. Yeah, Kevin said I lost 10K before I figured it out. I joined K2 because you don't do what everyone else does, and your trading strategy is completely different from anything else I've ever seen. Everyone out there is pretty much doing and teaching the same things, and the market makers know that. They take advantage of this, and most people never figure it out. They just keep losing. Yeah, and I agree with you too, Kevin. That's kind of what was the game changer for me. You know, everyone trades the same way, right? Everyone trades support resistance. Everyone trades supply and demand. Everyone trades, I don't know. There's so many things that people trade, but everyone does the same thing. There can only be so many winners in the trading game, right? So for me, like, for example, here, looking over here at retail sentiment, if everyone's doing this, my guess is all these people are losing money. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the complete opposite of them. So, you know, that was really what changed it up for me. So that tied in with the K2 indicators, tied in with the K2 strategies, makes a huge difference. We're basically just identifying where people's stop losses are, and we're taking advantage of it. So it's really what it is. Yeah, CT said he joined March 2020. We've grown a lot since then. Yeah, I know we have, CT. It's crazy. You've been here from like almost early beginning of K2. And you've seen the changes. You've seen the people come and go. You've seen the people who hate Maddie come into the group and put that stuff on the chart. You know, I'm surprised they called out Nuri. I was like the randomest person that I would have seen people hate on, because Narith is kind of just in the background. He's not really doing anything, but they called him out. He was like the first person they called out, and then Maddie. I could see them calling out Maddie. I don't know. Today's a weird day, but anyways, it is what it is. But all right, guys, it's way past 8, so I think it's time to call it a week. So other than that, if you guys have any questions, feel free to email me or message me on Telegram. But if you guys are done trading here, just go enjoy your weekend, guys. Enjoy your profits. It seems like, you know, almost everyone here locked in some pretty heavy profits for the week so far. Rick over here. Oh, it's Rick's birthday, man. Happy birthday, Rick. So at least you closed out your birthday with profits for the day. So you locked in a total of 2,600 off this account and 3,265 off this account. So my recommendation to you, Rick, is to go into your birthday weekend on a great note. Stop trading, delete MT4 off your computer. I mean, throw out your computer if you need to do something, because you don't want to lose all these profits that you made on your birthday weekend. Nice. Rick said, I'm headed to Fairmont in Scottsdale. Nice, nice. Yeah, we're on our way, Rick. Me and Jennifer are on our way out there right now. All right, guys. So other than that, oh, nice. Another liquidity push right here. CT actually caught it. He said, woohoo, liquidity push for 120 pips. So again, right here, guys, the 2 lines I drew earlier, I mentioned if price was to drop below here or it drops to this point, it'll probably drop further. And it dropped like about 500 pips from there. So nice work for whoever caught it. Yeah, I know, right, Pat? Rick should definitely do that. All right, guys. So have a great weekend, guys. Be safe. Have fun. You know, just relax this weekend, guys. Come back on Monday refreshed, back to take on these charts for another trading week. So I'll see you guys then. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach